Remember those long car rides, when the world outside your window seemed to stretch on forever, and the only thing breaking up the monotony was the promise of a pit stop? For so many families, the highlight of those endless highways was the anticipation of a familiar meal, something you could count on no matter where you were. Spotting the Colonel's smiling face on a roadside sign meant more than just food. It was a beacon of comfort, a guarantee that you'd soon be digging into crispy chicken and warm biscuits, surrounded by the people you loved. For decades, KFC was the go-to pit stop, reliable, affordable, and satisfying. It didn't matter if you were crossing state lines or just escaping your hometown for the weekend. KFC was always there, ready to serve up a taste of home. That iconic red and white bucket wasn't just a container. It was a symbol of a successful day on the road, a reward for hours spent in the back seat, and a shared experience that brought everyone together, even if just for a few minutes. But lately, that sense of comfort is fading. The once bustling parking lots now sit empty, and the excitement of a KFC stop has been replaced by uncertainty and disappointment. The dependable KFC sign, once a symbol of consistency, now feels like a question mark. Travelers pause, wondering if the food will be as good as they remember, or if it's even worth stopping at all. KFC's U.S. sales have been sliding quarter after quarter, showing a real disconnect with customers. The dining rooms that used to buzz with families and laughter now echo with emptiness, and employees wait for customers who may never come. The classic road trip relied on fast food constants, but now, KFC feels like a gamble. Families debate where to eat, often choosing newer, trendier options or local spots over the old standby. Travelers want value and satisfaction, but the old fast food promise is slipping away. Rising prices, shrinking portions, and inconsistent quality have left many feeling let down by what used to be a sure thing. The golden age of knowing exactly what you'd get at any roadside chain is ending. Nostalgia for those simpler times lingers, but the reality is that the landscape of American road food is changing fast. Now, finding a good meal is part of the adventure itself. Instead of defaulting to the same old chains, travelers are seeking out hidden gems, local diners, and unique experiences that make the journey as memorable as the destination. The familiar maps don't work anymore. The old rules are gone, and the road trip experience is being rewritten in real time, with every new exit and every unfamiliar town. We're all searching for something better on the open road, something that brings back that feeling of discovery, comfort, and connection. The journey isn't just about the destination anymore, it's about finding new favorites, and maybe, just maybe, rediscovering what made those old staples special in the first place. Fast food sticker shock is real, and it's hitting travelers and families harder than ever before. Pulling up to the drive-thru window, what used to be a quick, affordable treat now comes with a side of disbelief. The prices staring back at you from the menu board are enough to make anyone do a double take, and the total on the receipt can feel like a gut punch, especially when you're just trying to feed a family on the go. And right at the center of this fast food price storm is KFC, a brand that once stood for hearty, affordable meals on the road. That famous 8-piece bucket? In many places it's now over 22s, sometimes even more. It's a far cry from the days when a bucket of chicken was the go-to option for a budget-friendly family meal, and it's left many loyal customers wondering what happened to the value they once counted on. For travelers on tight budgets, the pinch is real. When you can walk into a grocery store and pick up a whole rotisserie chicken for just $5, it's hard not to question whether the drive-thru is worth it anymore. The price gap is impossible to ignore, especially for families trying to stretch every dollar on a long road trip. But it's not just the higher prices that sting, portions are shrinking too. Meals that once filled you up now leave you wanting more, and the boxes seem lighter than ever. Promotions like the Dunk It Bucket, which promised a fun new way to enjoy KFC, have left customers disappointed. Instead of a feast, many found just a few small pieces and less food than expected, sparking frustration and viral complaints online. The value that made KFC famous is eroding before our eyes. Once, a bucket of chicken meant abundance and sharing. Now, it feels like you're paying more and getting less. A bucket of chicken should feel generous, overflowing with crispy pieces for everyone at the table, not stingy, with just enough to leave you hungry. Fast food used to be the easy, cheap choice for road trips, a reliable way to fill up without breaking the bank or wasting time. Now, the cost of a fast food meal can rival, or even exceed, what you'd pay for a sit-down meal at a local diner. The lines between cheap and quick and sit down and enjoy are blurring. Travelers are rethinking their options, scrolling through apps, and weighing whether fast food is really worth the price. Many are searching for alternatives that offer better value, more food, or a more satisfying experience. The question isn't just, where can we eat fast, anymore. It's become, where can we get real value for our money? And what's actually going to fill us up and make the stop worthwhile? Increasingly, the answer isn't found under the big glowing fast food signs. More and more, travelers are driving right past, looking for something better. The road trip meal is being redefined as people seek out new ways to eat well, save money, and make memories along the way. Rising prices aren't the only problem. KFC's quality is slipping too. The chicken is often dry, the breading less crispy, and even the sides have lost their magic. Consistency is gone. One location might be great, the next a disappointment. For travelers, that's a risk they don't want to take. KFC gets thousands of complaints each month, mostly about food quality and poor service. Long waits, wrong orders, and discontinued favorites like popcorn chicken have eroded trust. When fast food isn't fast, cheap, or good, the relationship breaks down. Now every KFC stop feels like a gamble. Travelers debate, should we risk it? That's a sign the brand's promise is broken. The search for a sure thing continues. As KFC's appeal fades, travelers are getting creative with their meals. Local diners, barbecue joints, and taquerias are just a few minutes off the highway thanks to apps like Yelp and Google Maps. Grocery stores now offer fresh, affordable options, salad bars, hot food counters, and custom sandwiches. New chicken chains like Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A are winning fans with simple menus and reliable quality. Travelers are empowered, seeking out better food and experiences. The journey is about more than just the destination. It's about enjoying the ride and the food along the way. The open road is full of delicious surprises. The road trip meal is evolving, and it's never been more exciting. KFC knows it needs to change, and it's trying everything from new $5 bowls to launching a chicken tender-focused brand called Saucy. New leadership and a move to Texas aim to inject fresh energy. The chain is finally embracing technology, rolling out a loyalty app and modernized store formats. But past promotions haven't reversed the decline, and KFC still lags in plant-based options. The competition is fierce, and the road to recovery is steep. Can KFC win back trust and become a reliable stop again? Only time will tell if this new recipe works. KFC faces fierce competition from brands doing chicken better, faster, and often cheaper. Chick-fil-A wins with consistency and top-notch service. Travelers know exactly what to expect. Raising Cane's and Wingstop focus on doing one thing well, ensuring quality and speed. Popeyes reignited excitement with its chicken sandwich, proving innovation matters. Newcomers like Starbird and Jollibee bring fresh flavors and modern approaches. Travelers want value, fair prices, good food, and a pleasant experience. The fried chicken market is crowded and dynamic. KFC can't rely on nostalgia, it has to prove itself every day. The bar is higher than ever. Only the best will earn a spot on the road trip map. There's a special joy in sharing a meal on the road, a moment of connection and adventure. It's more than just refueling, it's about pausing to savor the journey, to laugh with friends, and to create memories that last long after the trip is over. These meals become stories, woven into the fabric of our travels, reminding us that the journey is just as important as the destination. For many, fast food used to be part of that story, a quick, easy fix along the highway. But over time, disappointment has crept in. The excitement of a new place is dulled by the sameness of every drive-through, and the meals often leave us feeling unsatisfied, wishing for something more meaningful. Now, the search for a good meal has become its own mini-adventure. With a little curiosity, every stop is a chance to discover something new, whether it's a hidden gem tucked away in a small town or a bustling local favorite you stumble upon by chance. It's time to look beyond the familiar signs and rediscover the diverse food landscape of the open road. Try a local cafe where the menu is shaped by the region's flavors, or wander through a farmer's market to taste what's fresh and in season. These stops offer a true taste of the places you're passing through. Or maybe you'll find a food truck you spotted online, serving up creative dishes you'd never expect to find on the roadside. Each bite is a new experience, a chance to connect with the local culture and the people who call it home. The best meal of your trip might be in the most unexpected place, a tiny diner with homemade pie, or a family-run spot where the recipes have been passed down for generations. These are the moments that turn a simple meal into a highlight of your adventure. This shift takes a little more curiosity, a willingness to try something unfamiliar, but the reward is a richer, tastier journey. You'll find flavors you never knew you loved, and stories you'll want to share. Let's seek out places that offer real value and genuine hospitality, where the welcome is as warm as the food and every meal feels like a celebration of the road ahead. The great American road trip story is still being written, one meal and 1 mile at a time. Every journey is a chance to add a new chapter, filled with flavor and discovery. Let's make the next chapter delicious, filled with laughter, new tastes, and the joy of sharing the road with those we love. Every mile is better when it leads to a great meal, and every meal is a reminder that the journey itself is worth savoring.